Hello, everybody. This is Jerry DeMeo from mortgage-zoom.com and Family First Funding. And the topic for today is, again, a quick timeout coaching call, volume 4, with my friend and mentor, Jeff Lobb. But first, I'm going to ask that you please subscribe to the channel. And please don't forget to like this video. And I'm going to bring on Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. How are you today? Great to see you.
I'm good. It's always good to be seen and to see you as well. Good morning.
Listen, I'm always most excited doing a video like I do. I've been doing videos all the time, but I'm always most excited doing a video with you because you really got me started doing this. Like I never would have dreamed to do this. But anyway, so that's not the topic for today, though.
No.
The timeout for today is Jeff. So we've had some real beautiful weekends.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous early, like beautiful. The days have been nice and all that stuff. And in another couple weeks, kids are going to be out of school. So really what I wanted to ask for myself and all my realtor partners and people in the business, like Jeff, how do you keep working during the summertime? Yeah. This is a full-time job. How do you keep working when you don't have to work and it's beautiful out and your kids are home from school? Like, what are your suggestions to help our realtors keep producing?
Sure. I mean, I guess the most painful word is independent contractor, right? We're all independent contractors as a real estate profession anyway. And, no one usually shakes you out of bed at any given time. But once the kids are off and the fun's happening, and well, look, we pride ourselves on family, right? Even family first. That's the gift of the. However, the saddest thing we want is to have income drop off or momentum drop off for third and fourth quarters, because it's really fourth quarter we're paying attention to right now, where you're not going to be happy with the results. And we're going to be complaining that we don't have inventory. And we're going to be complaining that, I only have a few sales in the pipeline. And then next thing you know, which we don't realize, is holiday hits us right then and there too. So we go from a poor pipeline to a holiday with another delay or distraction wrapped around family. So we've got to do a couple things differently.
What are you seeing? I watched one of your videos yesterday that talked about time blocking and things like that. But what are you seeing? What are your recommendations for these top producing, like to be a top producing realtor or even not a top producing realtor, just like somebody that's going to keep doing business throughout the summer? Like, what are you seeing? What are you recommending?
So if you're in particular markets where there's a lot of summer activities or seasonal activities, look, this is still the time you get out there and network. You can still have fun and network at the same time. If you just stay focused on the number one thing we should be doing every day is finding new people to talk to, connect to, and like and trust. Now, that could involve a nice little gathering. That could still be a cocktail hour at the beach. It could be those things. The problem is we get so distracted with, kids or summer stuff. And because it's nice out, we just don't feel like it. Then we don't do anything that's not only just productive, but income generating. And I'm telling you, you know me with my calendars. Look at your calendar. If I said to right now, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, look at your calendar and tell me how many income producing opportunities did you book in the next 7 to 10 days?
And by income producing, Jeff, I'm assuming you mean like how many listing appointments have you made and how many showings are you scheduled for? Like that's what you mean by income producing.
Yes, and then some. So if you have a listing appointment, great, income producing. You're showing buyers, sure, that's income producing, but obviously, with a lot of the buyers right now, you got to make sure you're doubling down because it's going to take multiple buyers to get into transactions. But beyond that, the actual appointment, how many hours or times during the day are you committed to finding new sellers, finding new buyers to work with, following up on that database, calling your sphere? And remember, when we get stuck calling our sphere, Jer, they always think it's about calling that person. And while we might love that person or did business with that person, what I really want is them to refer me to the 200 other people they know. That's what I want to tap into, is their database. And we have to learn how to ask for that properly. And I think we have to get skilled at asking. And if you don't mind, maybe I'll kind of go through a little bit of a script on how to ask.
Please.
So Jerry, if you were my past client, right? sold you a home 2 years ago. And the reality is, if I haven't really talked to you and I called you and said, hey, Jer, it's Jeff Lobb, XYZ Realty. Listen, I'm just touching base to see how you're doing. I really appreciated your business. In your mind, you might be saying, well, it's nice he's calling, but I'm not looking to buy or sell. I'm only here 2 years. We're good. Right. So I would probably segue into, other than some small talk, if I knew about the dogs or cats or the kids or whoever, is, hey, listen, if you don't mind, could you do me a big favor, Jer? One of the things I'm looking to do this year is really grow and expand my business. And I would love if you can keep me in mind, or as you talk to people at work, or, at the picnics this year, or anywhere you're at, to please keep me in mind for a referral to any one of your friends and potential clients. That would really be helpful for me. So I plant the seed two ways. When I always say, if you don't mind doing me a favor, right? What's the typical response to that?
Of course, I'll do you a favor, Jeff.
Sure, of course, yeah.
No, I'm not doing any favors today.
Right,
Sorry.
be like, no, screw you,
no
right?
one's saying that.
Right, so it's almost like that's my nice, easy, almost way to get acceptance of yes. If you don't mind, could you do me a favor? Yeah, sure. What's up? Look, we're inventory's really tight. We're always trying to find listings and properties to sell. And I know you know a lot of people. And while I value your business, I would really appreciate, and here's where I plant the seeds. Anyone you know at work, anyone you see down the shore this year, anybody out on the boat, if you hear the word real estate, I would love an introduction to that person. I would be so grateful to help my business. And obviously, I'm always here for you too, for anything you need. So it's the way you ask for that.
Learn it. If you don't ASK, you don't GET. That's his oldest sales line in the book. But learning how to ask, learning how to ask, and learning your presentation is so important. Jeff, I wanted to, on that topic, here at Family First Funding, we have an unused resource, I'm going to say, like not used enough. And I hate to say that. And part of it's that people don't use it. And part of it probably my fault and all our faults for not promoting it enough. But, I'm going to share this. Like, now, if you want to have access to this, all you have to do is reach out and say, hey, Jerry, send me the link and send me a password and so I can have access to this. So in our website, we have literally sorry, I'm just switching screen. So like scripts. We have videos on scripts and call reluctance and all these things that we all need. Listen, I need help with it all the time. Like when I sit there and make calls, it takes me like 10 calls to get in my groove, let's say, because because I don't practice it. I don't practice it as much as I should.
That's right.
And like anything else, this is practice. Like you're not going to be great on your first call. I'm on it. I'm getting distracted. So, we have marketing strategy videos on here. We have mindset videos on here. We have lead generation videos on here. I mean, these are endless hours of work that have been put into that aren't getting used enough.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask. Listen, and people watch this live, and then people watch this because I send them a YouTube video link, and they watch on Facebook, and they watch that. But like, you're gonna get an email from me that has a link to Jeff and I's video today, and I'm also gonna remind you in there, reach out to get this information.
Yeah, it's a library we put together, because my partnership with you guys for well over 7 years now.
Long time.
Long time. We've continued to add content, and it's always about relevant stuff for real estate agents and marketing and sales. And, it overlaps into loan officers and other stuff too, but these are strategies that people are using across the country. It's not out of a book. It's not something that's theory. It's stuff that people are doing. And we put it into this library that it's on demand all the time, just for you guys. And, I know you share it with your partners and your real estate agents. All they have to do is message you for the passcode to get into it. They create their own account, and then they
There's
have
no fee, there's no cost, there's no
nothing.
And honestly,
No credit card, nothing.
you might not even like me. You don't even have to use me. Like, you don't even have to use me. You
Right,
still have access to this information. Like, so there's no commitment level here to get free information. And that segues me into like summertime things.
Yeah.
So you're sitting at the beach, like you're sitting at the beach, and no, it's not really working, but you know, in this day and age, you can like put your headset on and watch a video and all that stuff, and those are things that I do in my seat time. I call it like like I'm not really working, but I still want to do something.
Yep.
And I watch videos, I get information, I go on, I find out how to get more YouTube followers, I find out how to get more Instagram followers, I find out how to, like, these are things I do because I don't usually do this during my 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. when I'm trying to get new deals.
Right. And I'll tell you, if for some summertime tips too, even if you're going to have some downtime and you can watch these videos on the beach, the number one place, even if you're in downtime mode, you could still pick up real estate leads by just elevating your swag. Like if you're going to be, like if you're a woman and you do your bikini thing and you wear those t-shirts over top, like make sure your t-shirt's something about real estate. Like get one done that talks about real estate or your brand or ask me about the market, because it sounds corny sometimes, but I'll tell you what, you'll get people from North Jersey down there. They'll see you have a real estate logo they recognize and they want to talk about what? How's the market? Oh, you're in real estate. I don't care if you're at the beach with your earphones in. If someone wants to talk about real estate and have a drink with me, I'm talking about real estate. So even in downtime, swag your hats out, get your ball caps out, whatever you're doing, create a little subconscious messaging that you're in real estate and people will want to talk to you without having to prospect them. So just like summertime swag. Let's go that way.
Summertime swag.
Summertime swag. I do it all the time. So tips.
So listen, I just want to use this time as a reminder for me and a reminder for my realtors and a reminder for realtors who I'm not working with that I'd like to work with. like changing market, tougher times typically means I have to work more.
Yeah.
Like I have to work more to do less than I did before. And that's tough sometimes. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to work harder to find more people to do business with, right? Your transactions are still gonna take 30 to 45 days and the same drama there with whatever appraisals and everything. But you are gonna have to work harder to find new people to do business with. And those who do that now will be super productive because remember, we're focused on third and fourth quarter. It's really fourth quarter business.
Right.
Once we get through summer, it's fourth quarter. And I'm going to say this quote, and it's going to be right. It's very direct, but I've heard it a bunch of times, and I'm going to say it here is, I just don't want you to be disappointed with the results you did not get because of the work you did not do. Like you could be unhappy all day long about your results. We can complain about the market, but I also work with people who are still going to do 100 transactions this year by themselves. I'm still working with people who are going to get 10 listings this month and somehow still are in that changing market. So it's not that anyone has a magic pill. It's all about the approach and the accountability and the strategies that they're doing. So the same 8-10 hours a day we all have. So I'm still watching it happen. And then I watch the other side, Jerry, as you know, is, oh, the market is so different. It's so slow.
The market's so tough.
Like, okay, so the second you say that, I'm going to look you direct in the eye and say, show me your calendar. Show me your calendar. I'll tell you why you're slow. Because I'm going to look at it and go, great. Of all the buyers, you might have all these appointments. You might be busy. How many of them are finding new sellers? How many of them are focused on either making phone calls, jumping on a dialer system like Vulcan 7 we got clients using? How many of you are prospecting? How many of you are dropping out, marketing to the farm areas? How many of you are doing all of that on a weekly basis? And then I can tell you if you're going to be busy or slow. Simple.
There's another great thing about summer, and I can remember as a a young basketball player, a young kid, that summertime is a great time that if you're trying to elevate yourself in this business, you're like, how am I ever going to catch Nancy, the great realtor? How am I ever going to get closer to her? Like, how am I ever going to get closer to her? How am I going to catch up to some of these people who've been established in the business, for a lot? How am I ever going to catch them? Your chance to catch them. And it was the same in sports. Like, how am I going to catch that kid that's better than me? Well, summer's almost here, and I can outwork him in the summer, maybe. Like, summer's the best chance I have to outwork somebody. And listen, now some of the greats, the reason they're great is because they're killing themselves all summer, but that's not going to be all of them. And the better we get, and the more like just listen, it's just the nature of how things work. Is I don't feel like I need to work as much in the summer because I'm already great. Like, oh, I'm already great. Like, I don't need to work in the summer anymore.
Catch them while they're sleeping.
Like, catch them while they're sleeping. And summer is the best time to do that.
Yeah.
People are while they're taking their vacation, you're out prospecting their neighborhood. When you're out on a vacation, you're taking that Zillow person out because no one else is picking up their call and doesn't want to show them a house at 5:30 on a Sunday night in the summer. Like, that's your chance if you're new in the business or trying to grow in the business. Summer's the time to do that.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Listen, I want to thank you again. I know we don't like to make these too long. We'll be back again next month. And if anyone wants to get an appointment, please reach out. If you want to have access to our program, please reach out. Listen, it's easy. In 2 seconds, you'll have this available by email, by call. And please, I'm going to ask again, please subscribe to my mortgage-zoom.com channel. And if you want a one-on-one face-to-face appointment with me, they go to that mortgage-zoom.com, Jeff, and we're going to talk just like this, like that, like a face-to-face appointment. We could do it all the time. I have a schedule there, like call and ask questions. I'm better one-on-one in person than I am on video, but we're going to keep working on that, Jeff. So
that's right.
Thanks again, Jeff. I always love having you. Thank you for all the opportunities you've given me. And please, guys, listen to this. You can change your career today.
That's right.
Change your career today.
Right now.
Outwork the competition. And the summer is the best time to catch them while they're sleeping, Jeff.
You got it. Catch them while they're sleeping.
Thanks so much. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.